This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2022 Gray Wolf travel trailer, model 27RR, as an RR. So here we are on the door side rear area, and we'll start right there. It's a toy hauler. You have crank down stabilizers here. You have a door that goes into the garage right here. Okay. Power awning with LED. While we're here, this is the black tank flush. Normally we'd cover this with the water hookups on the other side, but this, after you dump your black tank, like it says on this sticker, do not use the tank flush valves unless the full way termination valve in this is in the open position. They're telling you too much pressure could build up if you turn this on with water hooked up to it and you don't have the black tank flush valve open. So make sure you have the black tank flush valve open before you turn on the water to this flush. But it'll flush out your tank, your black tank. It'll clean off the sensors so you get a good reading, that sort of thing. So it's a good thing to do, but always make sure your valves are open. So you have outside speakers here. You have power and a TV signal out, and there's a bracket. This is the vent for the range hood. So if you're cooking and you want to vent to the outside, this is where it would vent out at. Make sure you have this baffle flapping freely right here. So it can actually vent to the outside. You can snap that shut when you're traveling or in storage, but when using the range hood, you want to have that open, okay? Alrighty, so here we have refrigerator, and we have water, shower, sprayer with hot and cold water. Okay. Now if you purchase a hitch with this is the hitch you would be getting. It's a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. So if you purchased a hitch with it, this is the one you'll be getting, and we'll go over that when you pick up. Okay. This is the, let me get in here. This is the solar controller for your solar. It basically right now is telling us there's 14.2 volts DC in the system. Okay, and so it just gives you a digital readout. Of course you have, oops, I guess it's not tight, is it? Okay, so you have a light there, of course. Spare your cranks, okay. Alrighty. You have a really heavy-duty wrench here that came with it, which is kind of neat. The customer must have left it with this. I wonder if this is for the lug nuts. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I don't know. No, it's too. It must just be for the stabilizer jacks. It might be too big for that even. Okay, well, it's official then. I don't know what this is for, but it's in there. So we'll have to look into that a little further, okay? Anyway, so you have a power tongue jack with built-in light, hitch light. You got a deep cycle marine battery. You got your brackets for your hitch, if you bought one. LP tanks, which are full. Over here we have your water heater. So this water heater right now, let me just look down here. You can see there's this rocker switch right here. I just want you to know that it's there. It's off right now, but that controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover, just so you know. There's also switches inside. There's a switch for the gas burner inside. I'll show you that when we get in there. Right now this is in camping mode, so the antifreeze has been purged from the system. It's been replaced with fresh water. The valves behind the water heater are in the correct position for the summer, so it's all set, ready to go. I'll show you any switches that I talk about once we get inside, okay? Okay, see if I can do this one-handed. Can I or can I not? Oh, I better wait. I don't want to go too far. So this is another shower here, hot and cold. These are your water hookups. So the most common way is city water hookup. You just hook your hose on there, turn it on, and all your plumbing works. If you're camping someplace that doesn't have city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right there, and then you can use the onboard pump to pump the water. So even if you're boondocking and there's no city water, you can still use all your plumbing. Okay? Cable, campground cable through. Low point drains are there. Here we have dump valves. Okay? Some more here. This one would be sewer, and then this one is black tank. Okay? And we're back around to the back of it. This is obviously your garage door. I'm not going to open the garage door for you on this video. We can do that when you pick up, because I just can't wrestle with it with one hand. So when you come to get it, we'll open it up and go through all that for you. Also, you have a backup camera, as you can see. Okay, so let's go inside. Just while we're passing this, I didn't mention it. This is your cooktop here, right? Your cooktop has to be plugged into the LP system right here. It's a quick connect to get it to hook up to the LP system, so keep that in mind. Okay. All right. So first thing we'll do is send the slide out. So the first one that is your power awning is right here. Never leave the awning out unattended. Okay, so if you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in so it doesn't get damaged by the weather. Slide room is here. Always make sure there's nothing in the way that's going to get hooked on it, or that's both inside and outside the trailer. Okay, so also, okay, we have your water pump is right here. So the water pump is used to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water, if you recall, and also it's used to winterize the trailer. This is your water heater on gas. You just turn it on gas right there. I showed you the electric switch was in the lower left-hand corner outside. Connect is for your app, and then you have all your levels here, okay, displayed. All right. Okay. So your Murphy bed is back here, obviously. Now this couch here jackknifes flat, so you can fold the bed out over it, so it jackknifes flat at night, and then during the day you reclaim the space by folding up the bed and putting the couch back into regular couch position. It's a great way to save space. You can make a smaller trailer much more like a larger trailer in that you reclaim the floor space during the day, and you also have a nice couch to sit on too, comfortable one, so that makes a big difference. Okay, your keys are hanging here, so you know. Microwave works like any other microwave. This is the range hood we talked about. Fan and light. Okay, and let me look out here for a second so I can refresh my memory here. Yeah, so you want that baffle flapping freely when you're running the fan, okay? When it comes to your range, works like most of them do. I don't know if he's got the gas turned on, but if not, we'll just talk our way through this. But this is the sparker. You turn it clockwise to spark. We'll pick these are the 3 burners here. We'll pick the center one. Here, hold on 1 second, please. Okay, I don't know if he's got the gas on. It looks to me like he doesn't. So he doesn't. So when you turn it clockwise, it sparks and lights. So keep that in mind. Also, you have lights here. When it comes to the oven, you can see there's a pilot light back here. You can see it sparking back there. Okay, so what you do is you go to the oven knob and you go to the picture of the flame. Then you depress it. You keep it depressed while you're lighting it. You spark it until you see the pilot light down here light. After it lights, you're still holding this in, of course. And after it lights, you still hold this in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Once you do that, you can go to operating temperature, and it'll cycle as an oven does. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out, of course, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven, okay? Always travel with this in the closed position, and never close it while the burners are hot. Okay, so here, down here, okay, first of all, that's the kill switch for your battery. So it's on right now. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be glowing green like it is. If it's not, get it serviced immediately. Never ignore it. It's too important. It's telling us your DC voltage in the system, which is 13.7, which is great. This is the power converter here. This converts AC to DC power. So on this side you have regular 120 AC fuses, or excuse me, breakers, and then they're all labeled. And then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here, so you got 12 volt DC fuses, and they're all labeled there. Also, this is a battery tender, so it'll sense how much energy your battery, your 12 volt battery up on the tongue has and needs, and it'll send as many amps necessary to keep it charged while you're plugged into shore power. So your tow vehicle will charge the battery when you're going down the road. This charges when you're plugged into shore power. Okay, that's the power converter. All right, let me get back on my feet here if I can do it. Okay, so your refrigerator is a 12 volt DC refrigerator. Let me see here, hold on. I have to just figure out how it works. Here we go. 12 volt DC refrigerator. And freezer, of course. Your thermostat, it works like any thermostat. This is the mode button, so you hit it to light it up, and then you just keep poking it. It goes through the different modes. Set the temperature and the mode you want. TV, there's your remote there, and your TV obviously. Now this is not hooked up to the antenna. I'm just letting you know, I didn't prep this trailer, so I'm not sure what's happening. But I do not see it hooked up to the antenna, so keep that in mind. And if you do hook it up to the antenna, you can push this button here if you can see it, and now it's glowing green. That's off, now it's green. When it's glowing green like that, it tells you that the digital antenna is turned on, and that's what you want, obviously, to get a good picture. And you need a coax to connect the TV to the antenna if that's where you're going to operate it. Some people run it straight to cable or something, I guess, but okay, either way, that's how it is. When it comes to your sound, you have two zones here. One is inside the trailer, two is outside the trailer. You have AM, FM radio. You have Bluetooth, so you can stream from your tablet or phone, whatever you have. You have a USB drive here, so you can, convert all your files or music files to MP3s and take them with you if you haven't already. Just take a USB drive with you. You can. This is an HDMI in, so if this is hooked to the TV, you could go into the system with like a portable Blu-ray player or something, real simple, by plugging it into there, for example. So it does everything you need, and then some. Storage. You can drop the TV, I'm sorry, that's not a TV, that's a table. So you can drop the table down onto these cleats here, the tabletop, and turn this into a bed if you choose to. And you have, obviously, your Murphy bed there. This is your smoke detector. Should always be in working order. Let me look around. I don't want to miss anything here. What is this over here? Okay, yes, no, yes, okay. Alright, so let's go towards the bathroom here. The sink is obviously works like any other sink, same with the shower. Okay, in the toilet, now you have to be, it's got a flush pedal right here, and it has to have water and chemical in the tank below before you start using it. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water to your trailer, then you come in here and you'll dump a dose of chemical into the toilet bowl, then you'll step on the pedal and hold it down until you put at least a gallon of water in there along with the chemical. It's ready to be used. You never run it without doing that. Otherwise, if you don't do that, it'll get clogged up. It'll just be a mess. So always a dose of chemical and at least a gallon of water when you're starting off with an empty black tank. Okay. And you have a nice fan. This one is 4-speed. So the first 2 speeds you can barely hear. The second 2 or the second last are really cranked. So it's a good fan. Another TV hookup, of course. Always make sure you have the digital antenna on where I showed you. Let's see if we got light here. I can't really. I'm not going to go through this. We'll do this in person. But as you know, you can turn this into a sleeping area. You can pack everything out of the way to park your bikes or your 4-wheelers or whatever you've got. So we have all those options. We can go over that. It has a patio position, and you have fencing around it. So it's very nice, of course. Okay, I think that covers that. Yes, yes, okay. Okay, so let me walk back up here, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. I think we're in good shape. This is the emergency window. Works like they all do. You open this, push this open. I gotta get in the right position here. Probably hasn't been opened. It should have been. So you push it all the way through, and then you grab a hold of this tab here, this red knob, and you pull the screen out. And you can escape during an emergency. Show any of your kids or anybody, grandkids, whatever, how to operate that, obviously. Okay. I think that does it. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Keep in mind this is in camping mode now. The water's been, or the antifreeze has been purged from the system and replaced with fresh water. Your water heater is in camping mode, so you're all set with that. And we'll go over any other part of the trailer that you need us to go over with with you, and the parts that we haven't, like the back garage door and that sort of thing, and we'll go over that with you also. And make sure you're fully knowledgeable about all the components and all the functions. Okay, we'll see you when you get here. Thank you.